The concept of jewelry and heirloom began centuries ago. In ancient history, any form of precious adornment were only reserved for the royalty, preferred, and the revered. Today, globalization and market dominance has equalized the value of individuality, making jewelry an asset to every household. Reena, founder of Joyia Essentials, is definitely a remarkable addition to the show, as she is an extraordinary woman who has brought organization to something so treasured. Let's find out more. RENUKA, over to you.
Thank you, Kenneth. You've likely spent a good amount of money over the last few years on jewelry, which is what makes a good jewelry organizer all the more important. A good organizer is not just going to let you keep your earrings, chains, and necklaces tangle-free, but it'll also allow you to access what you want a lot faster, as well as smoothly organize what you need. Joyia Essentials is now really changing the way in which we organize our jewelry. With new customers now, people are looking at individuality and sentimentality when making those purchases. It's been said that every piece of jewelry tells a story. Today, we meet the founder and creator of Joyia Essentials, Reena Singh. Reena, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. It's really amazing how you've made such a daring choice to enter into a very saturated marketplace, yet you found yourself a perfect little niche. Tell us a little bit about how that happened.
It all happened because of my love for jewelry. I love jewelry. And I've been collecting jewelry for many, many years, and I felt it was time for me now to start organizing it better. So when I started looking for ways to organize it, I couldn't find anything out in the market that would meet my demand. And that's when I decided, okay, it's time for me to actually design my own Joyia Essentials.
That's amazing. And how did you come up with the name?
I tried tapping into an emotion we feel when we see jewelry, and personally I feel a lot of happiness, and that's where joy came from. And I also wanted to incorporate my daughter's initials into the name, and that's the I and the A, Isha and Anjana. And when I googled what Joyia meant, I knew it was a perfect fit when I saw that Joya in Spanish means jewelry.
Oh, that's lovely. And how long did it take you from having this as an idea in your head to having a final end product?
The minute I decided that I wanted to do this, the next day my research began. I started looking up samples on the internet. I started going out there and seeing what else people are buying, what else people are using. And I also went and looked at my jewelry and decided, what do I need? I started drawing sketches. I started looking at ways of organizing jewelry better when I travel, when I keep it at home, when I store it in the locker, and I just did it.
Did you talk to a lot of jewelers and friends about what they thought about this idea?
I did. I spoke to everyone and anyone. I asked many people, many jewelers, what they feel is necessary in keeping our jewelry well, and with that I just sat and I designed what I felt we all needed.
So Reena, you know, I'm a big fan and I brought my own little pouch with me today. Explain to our viewers at home how it's different from anything else that's out there.
Okay, so this is Electra. This is the 4-pocket pouch. And if you look at it closely, you will see that you have 4 different pockets, obviously. But each time you fold the jewelry up, nothing touches each other. So no jewelry will touch the other piece. It will not harm the other piece. This little piece protects it. So we fold it once and we keep folding it, and there's padding already in here. So this padding protects everything, and you know that once it's all in, you're ready to go.
Fantastic.
There's a shear that I've used as well in there, which is a Swiss shear. And you can actually see your jewelry and you know where it is.
And do you have a favorite piece out of this whole collection?
The one which I love is actually the one for sets. It's for our big jewelry sets where it has compartments for the bangles, the earrings, and our big necklace right in the middle. I love that one.
Hi, my name is Sushila Takwal-Koger, and I've known Reena since we were little girls. When I think of Reena, I think of her laughter. It's so carefree and contagious, and her product Joyia reflects her personality. Joyia is a quintessential product that takes jewelry to another level. It's a very classy product and very easy to use. It's versatile for everyday usage, travel purposes, and just storing your precious pieces in a safe and beautiful storage space. We spend so much money, time, and effort on purchasing the right pieces, the right jewelry, so why not purchase a Joyia Essential to store our beautiful, precious pieces of jewelry?
Hi, I'm Sejal. I'm an international makeup artist. I was doing a bride a couple of months ago. All her jewelry was packed in Joyia Essentials, and that's how I got in touch with Reena. I was really impressed because most of the time while traveling, I usually see the brides, they have a problem on where to put their jewelries because they buy such expensive jewelries but they don't have a proper packaging or space where they can keep their jewelry. So I got in touch with Reena and I asked her if I could try a few pouches and try to give them as a gifts to my brides, because I've been searching online for something that I could give to my brides, something that they will remember me, but I couldn't get anything. Once I got in touch with her, I asked if she could show me the whole range of what she's doing, and I was really amazed because there were sizes of the pouches from the light jewelry to the heavy jewelry. So then I asked her if I could try a few and see what the response of my brides would be. And I can tell you it was amazing because all my brides were like, wow, Sejal, this is something that I would cherish lifetime. Then again, I got back to Reena and I said, can we give a personal touch to this? So she suggested that why not we engrave their names on it. So we customize each pouches with their names and also my brand, Makeovers by Sejal, stamp on it so that they remember that this was a gift from a makeup artist.
Behind something so simplistically beautiful, we've learned how much strategy, thought, and design is really required to get a product off ground. When we come back, Reena will be sharing with us family, inspiration, and future plans of Joyia Essentials. Welcome back. Reena, tell us a little bit about some setbacks you've had and how you've overcome them.
My biggest setback, and I'll never forget the setback, is when I was so excited to get the first Joyia Essential sent to me. When I saw it, I was very happy with the color and I'm like, oh great, this is amazing. The minute I opened it up, I was so shocked. I'm like, is this what I designed? Is this what I want people to know me as? What is this? It actually brought tears to my eyes and I'm like, I can't do this. What have I designed? I can't put anything into any of the separate pockets that I've made. Nothing fits. This was the biggest setback. This took away all my confidence with Joyia. And this took me back to thinking whether or not I actually wanted to do this.
So how did you get that back?
I believed in myself and I believed that I had a vision to keep our jewelry in well and I had to work on that. And I went back to the drawing board and I drew more sketches and I put in jewelry and I made them out of paper, separate different designs, and I put jewelry in there to see how it would look and I'm like, okay, I finally got it. The other setback I had was after placing my order of 1,000 pieces, I met a jeweler who mentioned to me that polki or uncut diamonds should not be kept in suede. And I was a little taken aback because I just made the order and the lining of all of the Joyia Essentials was suede.
Oh no.
And he explained that the suede chemically reacts with the jewelry and tarnishes it. So that's when I'm like, oh my gosh, I better quickly do something about this because there's no way I can have suede as my lining. And all in all, that was done, and Joyia was back on.
You managed to cancel the order in time?
Cancelled it.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I guess that's why they say you learn more from your failures than your successes.
Absolutely.
Reena, you're the mother to 2 daughters, a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old. Have they found this inspiring, seeing you evolve into a successful businesswoman, or has it been a little bit challenging for them?
My daughters have been amazing. Every step of the way, they have encouraged me completely. They love seeing that I am busy. They love seeing that I am so excited about what I'm doing. And I'm hoping this inspires them later on to also do what they love. And as I tell them, in life, always do what you love, because what you love will become what you do.
That's great advice. And have you managed to find this balance for yourself, or is Joyia taking up all your time now?
I try to work within the hours they're in school, so when they're back home, I'm usually home, but they're big now, so they don't need me as much as they used to, as before. And they understand that I'm a little busy when it comes to work, but I do try to be there when they're home. And when I do have to travel for work, my husband takes over, and he makes sure that everything goes well at home with them.
That's great. Reena, you've been very brave and open to new opportunities. How do you plan to evolve Joyia going forward, and do you think you're going to expand the product range?
So with Joyia, the second word of Joyia is essentials, and essentials is all about organizing ourselves. Joyia will not stop at just jewelry. It will definitely move on, and for now we're moving on into the travel range, we're moving into the baby range, and we're just going to take it on from there because there's so much we can do to organize ourselves better. There's also makeup that we can look into. There's a lot out there with organizing.
Right.
At the moment, Joyia started off with exhibitions. We started off very small, and we wanted to get into the market and see what people thought of Joyia. Once we were in the market, we were able to reach a very extensive number of people all over the world. We have customers that are individuals that want to come for themselves, and we also have businesses that are approaching Joyia for their products. Jewelers are coming as well, asking whether we can customize and personalize essentials that will help them, as well as wedding planners. They're coming and saying this will be an excellent part of a wedding hamper for brides to give out to all the guests. We can be reached by, our social media is very extensive. We have a very strong online presence. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and you can shop at joyiaessentials.com.
Again, I got in touch with Reena. I think I was just right after her because this is what I really wanted. We wanted to really come up with something different, what she doesn't have online. So we worked on the colors, the 4 colors that we have. And also she suggested that we could do some customization, a personal touch. So here we go. So we put my brand, Makeovers by Sejal, Joyia for Makeovers by Sejal, and also we engraved everybody's name. We embroidered it on top. So as soon as the bride sees us, oh my God, this is mine. Now no one can steal it. Mom, see, Sejal gave me such a beautiful gift. And every time I get that response, I always thank Reena from the bottom of my heart, because this is something that my brides will always remember me. Thank you, Reena.
Well, Reena has certainly been candid and shared a lot about her ambitions and her dream. When we come back, we're going to have some fun and games with Reena. Welcome back. Reena, who do you look to for inspiration and whose judgments do you trust?
For inspiration, I actually look within. I look to myself. I try to see what I need on a daily basis in terms of organizing and how would I keep things better. So with that comes the inspiration. With that, I take on the judgments of people around me. I need them to see whether this makes sense. And that's how I do it. All about what I feel and how to take it on forward. I'm a perfectionist. Everything that comes out has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, it has to be changed.
And is there also a public figure or a celebrity that you look to for inspiration sometimes?
I can relate to Jessica Alba because she addressed a gap in the consumer market where she found a need for organic baby diapers. Joyia has found the need to keep and protect our jewelry well.
Yeah, I can see that parallel. So Reena, now we know you love jewelry, you're extremely organized, and you're passionate about what you do. Tell us a little bit more about you when you're not working on Joyia.
When I'm not working on Joyia, I love to paint. I can sit for hours painting, and it brings the sort of calmness and peace in me that I don't get with running my house. I also love music. I am actually trained vocally, and it's another one of my great passions which I love to do, and I can actually sing anytime. And I'm also a mom, and that takes on a very big part of my life.
And do you feel being able to get away and paint for that little bit also helps you with the inspiration when it comes to designing the new products that you're working on?
Absolutely. When it comes to painting, it's all about the colors that I use, and it helps me with the colors that I can use for Joyia as well. Which colors complement each other, which colors don't work, how do we go about it with colors. So painting definitely helps me bring it all in together.
Reena, you went from having no business experience at all to suddenly being the sourcing manager, production, sales, everything at the same time. Do you ever sit back and think this was a bad idea?
All the time. I think I quit at least once a day. I get very overwhelmed. At times I have to teach myself every part of the way. It is a learning process. But I feel my biggest support has been in my family. They have always encouraged me, and they're always telling me that I've got an idea and I have to keep working at it. So yes, I am my worst critic possible.
Reena, a lot of people would have given up at that first roadblock, and you've just gone and persevered and pushed through, and that's amazing.
Thank you.
Reena, Joyia has had an incredibly successful year, and you're now going to be featured in Condé Nast, where they've given you a fantastic review of your products. So you're being launched into a whole new atmosphere right now. Do you ever get to sit back and just be amazed at what you've achieved?
I am so amazed. I still can't believe it. From an idea, Joyia has actually become an essential in people's lives. And it makes me very proud. And I have to just keep going.
What do you feel have been your most important attributes that have allowed Joyia to be so successful?
Me being a perfectionist and not giving up is what is taking me forward and making me move on.
What would you tell a 20-year-old Reena? What advice would you give her?
I would tell the 20-year-old Reena to be yourself, live your dream, and just not stress so much about what everyone has to say. Be yourself.
Reena, we've asked you so many questions, so now we're going to have some fun with the rapid fire round. All right, let's go. How big is the Kohinoor? 50 carats, 105, or 386 carats?
Shall we Google it? I'm guessing it's 105 carats.
You got it.
Oh, yay.
What gemstone does Kate Middleton wear?
Sapphire.
Name 3 types of colored diamonds.
Pink, champagne, and blue.
Amazing. Name a natural resource used to make jewelry in the ancient times.
Gold.
Mona Lisa is her real name. True or false?
False, but I don't know her real name.
Name 3 famous artists who shaped art culture.
Monet, Gauguin, and Rembrandt.
Oh, that was fun. You were made to play this game. Reena, thank you for joining us today, and may success always shadow you.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. It's been wonderful.
Reena, it's been so much fun having you on the show today.
It's been lovely being here.
I wish you the best of luck. May success shadow you always, and I will certainly be watching your rise.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was Reena Singh, a lady on a mission who's only just getting started. It's worth noting that there's so much room to innovate, even in a marketplace that is already crowded, when you have passion and perseverance. Next week, we'll be talking to more trailblazers and exploring their journeys. Until then, goodbye.